Hello, guys. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm finally connected to my audio. I just had to double check. Basically, today we're going to be going over my content writing process and using Frase as the content optimization tool. I'm actually running a small challenge in my membership group at the Success Society, where members of the group are going to be writing an article as well. And towards the end, when everybody finishes writing their article, and if they met all the criteria, and I guess I'm putting very challenging criteria, not to start, but going forward, there will probably be a lot of challenging criteria to meet in order to win a reward. So I'm just going to share my screen with you guys so you can take a look to see exactly what I am doing. But here's the Facebook group where the members are participating, and you'll see here, this is actually from Key Search. It's for Mother's Day, the keyword, and these are long tail variations of them. For those people that are not familiar with the content writing process for publishing online, you need to do keyword research in order to know what search demand there is on Google, on Bing, on all the search engines, just on the web overall. Sometimes people are looking for things related to Mother's Day. Maybe they're looking for Mother's Day gifts. Maybe they're looking for beach gifts for mom, as you can see here on the screen, or Mother's Day painting ideas, or Swarovski Mother's Day. So a lot of this looks like it's trending towards the transactional kind of intent where people are looking to make a transaction, to make a purchase. For example, with beach gifts for mom, like they want to be able to give their mother a beach gift. So the reason why I selected Mother's Day as the key word for this challenge is because the members in the group have um, niche websites that are related to this specific, that can encompass this keyword and topics. So in the challenge for the group, it's very minor uh, criteria, but we're asking the users to write at least 1,000 words in length, to put the keyword in the title, one in the subheading, to mention the keyword in the first paragraph of the article, and today is the due date for the submission. The winner gets $10 Zelle or PayPal transfer. So it's very minor because the group is very small. It's actually a membership program that I'm running. It's called the Blogging Success Society, and I just launched it. There's actually a smaller membership. It's the mini membership called Blogging for Beginners. And if you're interested, you can actually click the link down in the description below to join. Both memberships are in beta right now, which means that I'm actually dripping the content out as it becomes available. So we have the Blogging Success Society, which will give you access to the course, which is the Blogging Success Roadmap, that teaches you how to go from building a website to successfully monetizing it to even making a profitable exit. I'm actually a listing coordinator over at nicheinvestor.com. So on that platform, which is a marketplace to buy and sell websites, we help individuals basically buy websites that are monetized and or sell their assets, their online businesses, for 36 to 40 times their monthly income. So that's just a little preview. If you're just getting started, you could do the blogging for business for beginners, and or if you need a little bit more, if you want to have a bigger, like a little bit more information and depth of an overview, like you can join the Blogging Success Society. And with the Blogging Success Society, as I mentioned, there's going to be unlimited access to our lead magnet library, We have the Blogging Success Roadmap course. There's also a live weekly group coaching call with me. And that runs typically from 60 minutes to 90 minutes, where we'll all talk in a group like environment on Zoom. And we'll talk basically about, accountability, where you are with your blogging goals, and then we'll set goals for the next week. So that way you're held accountable and you're making progress during your blogging journey. The Blogging for Beginners is just a smaller version of the Blogging Success Society, where you get steps on how to learn how to do your website setup, your website design, and picking out the right niche. There's also a bi-monthly live Q&A session, which means that you can ask questions in a text format to me while I am live, but there's no one-to-one kind of in a group environment, if you know what I mean. You'll get access to the signature blogging workbook, and you'll also get a comprehensive content calendar. So we'll just go back to Frase now. In this video, what I wanted to show you was my content writing process, as well as how I use Frase, the content optimization tool. So basically, you'll see here on the top left-hand corner, I just want to make sure that you're actually able to see it. It says Mother's Day painting ideas, because that's actually the keyword that I selected for this challenge. And based off of key search, which is the keyword tool that I use, it says that there's a volume of 480 people looking at this specific query online. And this number is actually an average. And I'm not sure if it's an average over the last 6 months or an average over the last 12 months. But basically what it means is that there's 480 individuals on average per month searching for Mother's Day painting ideas. And it's likely that around Mother's Day, this will probably increase. You'll see here that the cost per click is 0.17. And what that means is basically that if you were to run ads on Google, for example, it would cost you 17 cents per click in order to target this keyword. So that's good to keep in mind. But generally, what you want to do when you're writing content is target free traffic. You don't want to have to pay for traffic if you don't have to. So that's the idea of content marketing, is that you target certain keywords and then you're able to garner free traffic. PPC, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly off the top of my head right now what that is without being possibly inaccurate. So I won't even touch base on that. Here, score means the level of difficulty to rank for that specific key phrase. So 30 is moderately easy to difficult. I mean, like, it's in the middle. It's on the easier side to rank for, but generally if you're starting a new blog, you're going to want to keep all your content writing efforts towards the lower end of the DF score. The DF score means like difficulty key score. So here it's just called score. You're going to want to target things like in the range between 1 to 30. So I'm here at 30, which is probably going to be a little bit difficult to rank for. And basically, once you write the article, you're also going to want to do some link building, just to like give the web page some authority. So I just want to give a disclosure. This video may go on for a while as I'm writing through this article. I'm not the best writer. I've only started writing blogs as of from October 2021. I mean, of course, I've written in academia and stuff like that, but writing was never my strong suit. So after writing for over a year and a half now, or I think, like, I don't know, I'm really bad at time too. Um, it's gotten much easier, and I just write off the top of my head mostly. But as you know, people now are talking about artificial intelligence and how it's hit the scene with this technology that can totally help you do everything from writing a blog post to writing a book to writing presentations, just a bunch of different things. And so this tool that I use, Phrase, the content optimization, software as a service. It's a web-based software. You could open it up in your browser. It's actually one of the really top content optimization tools. I think it ranks above other ones like Surfer SEO or Jarvis. And I've tried Jarvis, if that's Jasper, I'm sorry. It's called Jasper now. Um, and of course, Chat GPT-3 is actually free also, so you can use that if you don't want to pay anything. But I got kind of grandfathered in with Phrase because I bought it as a lifetime deal. I do, however, pay for a monthly fee to keep the AI feature active. So we do have the writing feature here down below in the bottom right hand corner. And I'm just making sure that I can see if anybody's leaving comments that I can answer them, because I did see somebody did make a comment, but I don't see it here. Okay, so so basically what I started off with, normally what you want to do is that you want to select the keyword and you actually want to search Google just to see what comes up for that for that search phrase. So Mother's Day painting ideas, I have a grammatical correction here suggested by Google. You'll see here that images are the first thing that comes up in Google search. So Google thinks that people want to see images. So that's a good clue as to what you should include in your blog post, which probably means you should include a lot of images in order to rank here in the image section as well. And then you have people also ask questions, which is another strategy for coming up on Google, um, sort of like organically. If you answer these questions in your content, it's likely that you can come up as one of the results for those questions. So you'll see here, artistro.com is actually coming up for what can you paint for Mother's Day? And they give their answer with a bolded headline and some bullet points. So this is also good to take notes of. Maybe you want to include some bullet notes. Maybe you want to bold out exactly the search criteria for this query. And as you see here, the next question, what can a 12-year-old make for Mother's Day? And this is coming from personalcreations.com. So this is good. You can see that there's two different websites already coming up in the search results for this specific search phrase. They probably don't have very high domain authority, hence the reason why it's actually a low score key phrase. So this is a good indication that this is a kind of article that you want to write for, and you're likely to come up for these long tail questions, this long tail keyword, or any variations of this keyword. This is actually a very long keyword because it has 4 words in the phrase, and so we call this a long tail keyword. A regular keyword would be Mother's Day, and then a long tail variation of Mother's Day is Mother's Day painting ideas. And like as I mentioned before, these keywords here are all long tail variations of Mother's Day, hence why they are easier to rank for, because typically people don't write about these subjects entirely by itself. But in this case, you can see here these websites are writing about this topic itself. So here's another question. What is best craft for Mother's Day? So all of these results actually do come up on Frase. This is why Frase is such an amazing tool. You'll see here exactly what I mean. So once you put Mother's Day painting ideas into Frase and you run the generator, what comes up first is an overview. And you'll see that the average word count for an article that comes up for this query is about 1.2 thousand words. There's generally about 6 headings. There's about 6 outbound links and 20 images. So this is going to be a very image heavy blog post. Apparently Pinterest comes in as number 1 for this specific search phrase query. And if I look carefully, there is Pinterest. So this is the first query that comes up. The next one, ranking number 2, it says here the word count is 687. The DA is 60 and links are 197. So this is like a particularly strong website. It's called thebestideasforkids.com. And the title of their blog post is called Mother's Day Crafts for Kids, the best idea for kids. So you can see their H1s, whether or not they have H2s. Ranking number 3, Pinterest again. Ranking number 4, messylittlemonster.com. So basically, then what you get from this is like who's ranking at the top for this query, what their headings and subheadings are, what kind of coverage are they providing for the content? Is it comprehensive? Is it just a couple of points that they're trying to make? Are they actually giving the user um, the answers that they're looking for? So, for example, this website artistro.com, which we saw came up for one of the people who also asked questions, has a table of contents, which is nice, easy to navigate for users that come onto the website. So you're going to want to consider that as well. So already we have a lot of things to consider. We're going to have at least 20 images. We're going to have maybe want to include a table of contents, want to include some subheadings, some subheadings like H2s that are bolded with some bullet points. Um, we're going to want to include a table of contents. And I'm not going to do that here in my content brief because it's a lot. Normally, a blog post article, like writing a blog post, if you do a minimum of 1,000 words, it takes a significant amount of time to produce the content. I say it would take about 1 hour to an hour and a half to 2 hours to push out an article that has a really nicely laid out content outline with very informative content. And then to add images takes like another 20 minutes, perhaps, depending on how good you are at sourcing images, exporting them, making sure they're correctly optimized for the web. So that's why blogging is not just something that you can become successful with overnight. There's a lot of moving parts and it's a long game. But if you follow me and you know what I do, you know I sell websites and we sell websites that are monetized, and a lot of these websites are making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in income. So that's what the goal is, the end game, branding yourself online for the specific niche that you have interest in, that you may be passionate about, that may be your hobby, and then sharing your ideas with the world regarding that specific topic. I'm a mother, so I have a mom blog, and it really is kind of useful for me to be able to communicate the ideas and thoughts that I have about being a mother. And it also gives me ideas in return. And then, having a mom blog has been very helpful for me because now I also include my children in the content that I create. So you'll see a couple of things. Sometimes you'll see some articles where they're kind of participating in it. We make videos and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot to do with blogging as a business. And just so that I don't discourage you, I'm going to get started on writing. So I just want to inform you that there'll be a couple of pauses during this video while I think about how to write this content. You don't have to stick around for all of this. This is just like, as I mentioned, the process of writing content and then using the phrase, the content optimization tool. Um, I'll try to be as informative as I can in regards to um, using phrase, but I just want to show you two more things with phrase. So we know it's fairly easy based off of key search, the keyword research tool, that it is fairly easy to rank for this specific topic. But also another way that you can verify through phrase is through their visualized SERP metrics. And what this tool does is that it shows you what minimums and maximums and averages that other websites have as their metrics and how you would compare it to their metrics if you were to write an article about this. So if you're a fairly new website owner and you're just getting started and you're targeting low difficulty keywords, you're going to want to make sure that this looks easy to rank for. So number 1 here, you won't even see anything pop up. Number 3 is nothing's going to pop up. I'm going to go over here to number 15. So pinterest.co.uk comes up here, and this is just word count. So normally what I look at when I'm checking the metrics is that take a look at backlinks. And you'll see here that on average, it looks like All you need is one backlink and you can rank for this. Nobody take my keyword because I'm writing an article on this and I'm going to publish it. But it's okay too because I actually have a DA of 51 on my mom blog. If anybody needs backlinks, feel free to reach out. My email is down below. I do collaborations. I don't just sell backlinks. I do very collaborative work when it comes to backlinks. Like we create a whole blog strategy and like just working together. So make sure that if you do want to collaborate and get a 51 DA link to reach out to me below. But basically, it looks like it's going to be fairly easy to rank for this. That's amazing. And so then what I do next is that there's actually this optimized section here. And I'm going to be writing this mostly off the top of my head. It's a very easy topic to write about. Like ideas should just be flowing out of your head. Like I don't really think you would need artificial intelligence to write an article like this. But if you do run into some kind of like writer's block, you can always click the button down here below and it will generate um, some information for you to use. So obviously I've just written the first sentence here. I've written the first heading, which is 5 fun Mother's Day painting ideas. And then beneath that we have, if you are looking for fun and easy Mother's Day painting ideas, check out the following 5 fun painting ideas that you can use as a gift or activity for your mothers. Now this seems like I'm including painting ideas one too many times here, and I personally don't like when I start to sound too wordy. Although this is a good way to get your keywords in. But as you can see here now, towards the bottom of phrase, it's starting to show you that I've referenced painting ideas 3 times now. And that actually could be signaling Google as a negative thing because most of my competitors have only mentioned that phrase once. So we're just going to keep it to 1. So let's see, check out the following 5 fun painting ideas. So instead of painting ideas, maybe I could see if there's anything that comes up when I click idea. Check out the following fun, and then I put ideas here to see if anything else comes up that I could include the word, if you know what I mean. Check out the following fun. So instead of painting ideas, I can use craft ideas, which I don't really want to do because I don't want to talk about just crafts. Homemade gift ideas, maybe, maybe not. That could be for another article. But yeah, I mean, you could put it, you know, let's see, for example, actually, normally what you're supposed to do, and I just start from the top, go down the bottom, but it's suggested that you do a content outline so that you have a better overall understanding of how you expect this article to go forward. And I'll do a whole other mini series with Phrase on this, on how to create your content outline. Because I do this a lot. If you outsource your content writing to freelancers, you could give them just a keyword and expect them to do the content outline and the context of the article, but sometimes that can backfire because maybe the intention of the article becomes a little bit confusing and it doesn't really hit the nail on the spot. But I don't know if that's the right metaphor. But if you do outsource, like what I would recommend is that you give the freelancer your keyword and then you give them a content outline because the content outline helps them stay on track with what the purpose of the article is. So here we'll have, okay, painting ideas. So I have to be all about painting. So let's see, creative painting ideas. Um, Fun and creative. Fun. Okay, so if you're looking for fun and easy Mother's Day um, activities, if you're looking for fun and easy Mother's Day activities and gift ideas, check out the following 5 creative painting ideas that you can use as a gift or activity for your mother. So again, I mentioned gift and activities twice. I can always come back and edit that later, to be honest. We're just gonna move this and now maybe formulate like our outline. So I need to come up with 5 painting ideas. I'm gonna look here in the keyword generator, I guess you would call it in Phrase. And we're just gonna see what resonates with us the most. Like I like silhouette painting, so that's cool. We'll just write silhouette painting. That's a cool idea. So what we're going to do here is that's going to be one of our painting ideas, and I'll just format this so that it's a heading 2. Now I need 4 other um, ideas. So what about handprint flowers? That's a painting idea. I love that. Handprint flowers. These are great ideas. I mean, you could really go into this and add even not just 5 ideas, you could go 10, 20, 30. You know, if you really want to make it an extensive article. We're just going to keep looking. Apple tree painting. Um, I'm looking, guys, but okay. Butterfly handprint, big clay, special message, craft ideas. Let's just go ahead and type in painting to see what comes up. Q-tip painting, fun painting activity, pumpkin spin painting, acrylic painting, adorable bunny paintings, advanced painting skills, apple tree painting. And the reason why I'm looking at painting is because I put in the main heading that these are going to be painting ideas. So not related to crafts, not related to anything else. And that's also the point of intention with your readers. You want to make sure that you're addressing their intention and not just going off a tangent like some kind of bait and switch. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick one of these. So let's just do acrylic paintings. I'm going to put that as a plural ending, yes. Let's do a pumpkin spin painting. If you don't know what any of these are, you could research, and that you should be researching at all times for everything. And you read about the topics that you're writing about, and then you reformulate those ideas into your own words, and then you give it a spin with your personality. So that way it becomes original content and you're not just scraping content off the web. Let's do an apple tree painting. And you'll see here at the top right-hand corner, there's a little score here, and it's just starting to increase. It went from 7% to 9%. And what that means is that basically your on-page SEO is becoming stronger and stronger. That is an indicator to Google that your content is actually pretty relevant to the original query, because it is covering all these topics beneath it that would be related to the original query. So obviously Mother's Day painting ideas will include silhouette paintings, handprint flowers, acrylic paintings, pumpkin spin painting, and apple tree painting. And these are just 5 cute and fun. Let's just extend it. Cute and fun Mother's Day painting ideas. And I will publish this article. You guys will see it, and I'll actually include it in the description below. So if you're looking for fun and easy Mother's Day activities and gift ideas, check out the following 5 creative painting ideas that you can use. Okay, let's just shorten that sentence. Now we're going to go back. Oh, look, actually the score increased a little more because I removed the repetitive the repetitive and overly used keywords. So that's an indication that if you do, that just shows you that if you do provide, if you do add too many keywords to your content, what happens is that Google will start to see it will start to see your content as that you're keyword stuffing your content, and that's actually a negative thing to do, because if they didn't do this, then basically you could write about Mother's Day painting ideas. I mentioned Mother's Day painting ideas 20 to 50 times, and the article becomes more about the words than it does become about the actual query that people are searching. So that's just one sentence up there in the top. Okay. Looking for the perfect gift can be a challenge when Mother's Day is right. I'm mentioning Mother's Day quite a lot now. It looks like, oh no, it's mentioned typically 12 times. So we'll try to keep that in mind. When Mother's Day is right around the corner, um, I'm just trying to keep this cohesive. Mhm. But if you're thinking of a nice, ha- if you're wondering what kind of nice handmade gift ideas you can make, here's your list, right? Obviously, this would need to be edited heavily. I'm just trying to write the content for you guys. And if you do want to use AI because you can't think of anything else, just go ahead and you click here in the bottom right hand corner, right, and AI will come in and use its magic to deliver the content that you're looking for. So here is what AI has recommended for me. Personalized canvas. Create one of a kind gift for your mom this Mother's Day with personalized canvas. You can choose from a variety of colors and designs to make it truly special. Get creative and add any pictures or quotes that you think best represent your mom. This is sure to be an unforgettable present that she'll cherish for years to come. So maybe we should write that down here, but I'll add it as a different bullet point and I'll format it. And now that I've added another idea, now we've got 6 cute ideas. And you'll probably end up doing this quite a lot too. Once you start to see new ideas, you're probably going to want to include more information. And instead of including that word for word, because if you're not double checking that the content looks like AI, then you're probably going to risk being read by Google as AI, and you don't want to risk that. So just rewrite it, and it's pretty simple. Um, we'll just rewrite the bottom here. Personalized gifts are always very special because they are designed for your recipient with with the sweet details of their lives. Now I'm just being corny, but corny is good sometimes. Here we have here we go. Giving as a gift for mom, and you'll see here I've just selected that because it's coming up here. It's now highlighted in red and in green again. As a gift for mom, a personalized canvas can be something she will cherish forever. Just get a personal sentiment printed on it or an image or her favorite quote, and she will and this is going to be like one of those moments I'm having a brain fart, so I'm just going to click right to see how AI would finish my sentence. You can even frame it. Okay, so let's read this. As a gift for mom, a personalized canvas can be something she will cherish forever. Just get a personal sentiment printed on it, an image, or her favorite quote. And lastly, add a frame to make it very special. Okay, look, and then it started writing a Outro for me. These 6 painting ideas are simple, fun, and easy for kids of all ages to make. All you need is your imagination and some supplies. Your mother will be sure to love whatever you create for her this Mother's Day. So, what's funny is that sometimes you may want to keep like a phrase or two from AI because it just fits so perfectly in your article. And if you do want to run it through a checker to make sure that your content doesn't seem to be heavily AI contributed or edited, you could take it over to originality.ai, and then you could run the content through there to see if it's coming up as AI wrote the content. And I've had people that write content naturally themselves, and Originality AI will mark it as AI has written the content. So sometimes just be wary that AI may read your writing as if a computer wrote it, but it's really just your writing. The technology that these AI writers are using are based off of a natural language processing system, which means that that's why it sounds so human, like as if a person wrote it. In the end, I think that whether most of the content that we read is contributed by an artificial intelligence or from the human, that the human content will always override the artificial intelligence content because there is a value in the human experience as opposed to just what the computer computates based off of statistical mathematical equations, because that's basically what's going on behind the scenes. Like, it's just giving you what statistically will come out after a certain word and stuff like that. That's content for another video. So now we're going to go ahead and move over to silhouette paintings. So we all know what silhouette paintings are, right? They're like shadows of women's bodies or shadows of women with children or shadows of a tree. It just is like a dark image, but that has the outline of that specific object that you're trying to portray. So now we'll write about silhouette paintings. We could start the sentence with something like perhaps. Let's correct this here. If you're wondering what kind of nice handmade gift ideas you can make, here's your list, okay? Silhouette paintings are fairly easy to draw. All you need is an outline of the image that you are trying to draw. Sometimes you can take an image of the, you can even take an image of your mother's profile shot and outline that and color it in. So, I mean, because we need pictures here, I'm just going to go ahead and add a picture for you guys so you can understand the context, because adding pictures will definitely help give you your give a better understanding of the context that you're going for. So here we are. So here's a lady. Here's her profile shot. This is a silhouette. We love that. We're going to just center it. And I'm probably just going to keep that just like that. That looks good. Maybe add some birds in the background. Let's position that towards the back. It's beautiful. We'll just move it this way. Maybe we'll make them smaller. Now I'm getting into design, which just is another time suck, to be honest. That's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. The truth is that whatever you're investing your time in, when it comes to blogging, you're going to want to make sure that you just stick with the minimum viable product, right? You don't want to overdo yourself all the time, because what is the return on that investment of time, of energy, of focus? This is an untitled. So let's get this back up here for you guys. There you go. So now it makes more sense when I read this context, right? Silhouette paintings are fairly easy to draw. All you need is an outline of the image that you're trying to draw. You can even take an image of your mother's profile shot and outline that in and color it in. So this is her profile shot. We'll just outline her profile shot and then we'll color it in, and it makes total sense, right? And for kids, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that this is cute and fun, but we're trying to give them ideas. I think like a mother would love this, right? Because it's her, it's the shadow of her. So it's another personalized gift. And if you're running out of stuff to write about, you can always reference back to this list here of different wording to use in your context. And you're going to want to get it up to this yellow line, because this yellow line here indicates how well the competitors are doing in terms of how much content optimization they have on their blog posts. So here it says like most competitors have an average of 43.3% as their average score for on-page optimization. So we're going to want to get to that minimum at least. And then we're going to want to build one link to this article, and then you'll start ranking for it. And then you'll probably get 430 people visiting your website. If you make any recommendations on your blog posts about what things they can buy, like tools and stuff that they can use to make this specific art, craft, painting, you can make the recommendations on the blog post. And you would do that by going to Amazon or any other affiliate provider that you have. If it's checking out, they have like a program where they can buy art supplies or like a class on how to do silhouette painting. And then like you can also put here, so we're just going to continue writing this article. Silhouette paintings are fairly easy to draw. All you need is an outline of the image that you're trying to draw. You can even take an image of your mother's profile shot and outline it and color it in. This would be okay, hold on. Off the top of my head, this would be a unique gift that is only that's given rarely, because that's given rarely. It's true. I haven't seen anybody give this kind of gift. It's a beautiful gift, honestly. I think I have a great profile. I'd love for somebody to give me a gift of my profile. It's a fun technique in artistry. It can be a challenge. Well, it can be harder to do, but if you can get the outline correct, it will look amazing. Again, I would come back and edit all this, but also you're going to want to keep paragraphs between 1 and 3 sentences, or just 3 lines or something. You want to keep the content, not like large blocks of writing, because then it's hard to read through that. You're going to want to have breaks, like so people can go through your content easily. And the point of subheadings is that also people can read it easier, right? They see the major bullet points, they know what they're looking at. And because we mentioned that bullet points would be a great idea to include in this article, I'll just bullet point some stuff that people can silhouette. Here are other ideas for creating silhouette paintings. Right, so I would say a flower bouquet would be nice to draw. Spring flowers, bright colors, pink colors, card ideas. And I'm just trying to get some stuff into a bullet point here. Flower pot, heart card. Look, cute frame is a key word here. I used frame, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in back into the context previously written. I'm going to look for the word frame because we used it. I know we did. Um, oh, yes, it was used down here. And lastly, add a cute frame. Boom. There you go. Now it's highlighted in green. That means that it's been used. And we're almost there to the minimum requirements. We're only at 258 words. Again, I'm just going to go through this single bullet list here, and then basically you can get the gist of what it takes to write an article. And we're just going to fill in after I'm probably going to stop this video, but afterwards I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a description for handprint flowers and acrylic paintings and pumpkin spin painting. That should be fun. Apple tree painting. Now, those are more kid friendly, it seems like. For a kid friendly activity, paint some handprint flowers. Kids will find this painting, this challenge to be lots of fun and will create beautifully personalized paintings for their mother. You can make a hand print art card using bright colors. You can make a handprint heart card using bright colors. Beautiful colors. No comma. Grammar on the internet and the rules of internet writing are, I wouldn't call them lax, but there's no grammar police on the internet. So don't fret over whether or not you need a comma here or a comma there. Basically, you want to be able to communicate with your audience. You don't want to come off as an illiterate blogger either. You just want to make a good impression. You want to give good value to your audience. And, maybe you'll miss a comma or two, or maybe you might have too many commas. There's nothing wrong with too many commas. I'm the Oxford comma kind of girl too. So that's just a short paragraph. Again, we're only at 300 words. I'm just looking at I'm trying to think about what other ideas I can draw with a silhouette. So I'll go back here just to see what came up for silhouettes. What would a mother like? Flower, ballerina. Flowers, ballerina. Basically anything. Trees. Okay. There's just some simple ideas that are fun ideas for silhouette paintings. Flower bouquet, ballerinas, tree of life. And I've given you an example of this. It's not just off the top of my head, like we're seeing these images here. You can basically draw out something nice for somebody. That's a little too intricate, but it's just an example of what kind of silhouette drawings. That's not really a silhouette, that's more of an outline. Some of them would be easy for kids to do too. And now we're back down to handprint flowers. So say, for example, we've written out a pretty good amount of information for every single section. It looks like we'll need to have at least 100 to 150 words per section. And that's pretty easy to write up off the top of my head right now. I wouldn't be able to do it, but then it starts to come together. You're going to want to add an image here on handprint flowers. Again, if you're looking for images for your blog post, I would suggest getting them from Canva, because Canva has everything. Look at this. This is actual photos of handprints. So definitely tune in next time, because I'm going to be showing you how exactly to edit, how exactly to export your images for the web, because you don't want to export heavy images and then upload them into your website, because what happens with that is that it starts to slow down your website. So you want to make sure that most of your images are below 100 kilobytes, and even lower, like between not zero, because obviously then there's no image, but 30 kilobytes to 60, 70 kilobytes, just as long as it's under 100 kilobytes definitely works. But I'll give you a preview of exactly how to do that. But so far here, it's starting to come together. Here are the ideas, right? Like we're giving our readers, we're saying, you could do 6 cute and fun Mother's Day painting ideas, silhouette paintings, handprint paintings. Maybe I should do this instead. Handprint paintings. And instead of keeping that there, cute handprint painting ideas. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bold this so that I could put the bullet points there. And now I'm going to say flowers. And this should not be bolded, just because you need to make it easy to read. Flowers. Okay, what else is a cool handprint idea? And I'm using Canva as a reference for what kind of ideas I can use for handprints. Handprint heart, right? Handprint art. And then this is when research would come in too, although it doesn't seem like it's very important, but it's handprint art. Here we go. Images come up again. Let's just see what kind of ideas they have so we can put it in our bullet point list. Flowers, handprint flowers. So that's what we recommended. Handprint birds. Handprint. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love that. That's so beautiful. I love it. Okay, so handprint flowers, hand printed birds, family handprints on a canvas. All right. Well, now you're starting to get the gist. I mean, I would definitely add more context here. It's not to say that people have not added just one paragraph beneath every subheading. I generally myself like to add like 2 paragraphs beneath every subheading H2. But sometimes you'll go online, you'll search the web, and you'll see people only add like 1 paragraph after a subheading. These are generally known as listicle articles. Listicle articles are like list type articles, and they're generally in articles that are like 6 cute and fun ideas or 20 destinations to travel, and then they put the bullet points down like, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and then it's just like a list of stuff, and then beneath each listed item it's like a short paragraph. But I like to provide as much context as I can per idea. So I will be finishing this article, and then I will be posting it in the description below of this specific live stream so that you can see the end result. As far as whether or not I'm going to be including 20 images, that may not be the case. That may be the case. But in order to do so, I think that I should probably write about 20 different cute and fun Mother's Day painting ideas too, in order to get 20 images up on the site. I like to put one image over every single heading. But now you can see it's starting to take form. So yeah, that's basically how I write my content and how I publish it and how I use Frase as a content optimization tool. So you can see here we've met the minimum requirement and we're at 51% on page content optimization. We've got the heading established, we've got the intro established, we've got our outline in there. We've got some example images that we can put onto the blog post. These are pretty fair ideas for Mother's Day, I think. I mean, I didn't give this any thought before coming on live. Maybe the process of writing this article would have been entirely different if I was not live streaming it. That's the beauty of creating things for the web, is that um, there's so many which ways that you can take your content. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. It was a pleasure. I hope to see you again in the next live stream. We're going to be live streaming a mini series on Frase going forward. Uh, we'll talk soon, guys. Thank you so much.